Man, not only is Masamune's teacher really, really hot, he has dirt on her. He knows that she cosplays in sexy outfits. Man, this is an opening to an H if I ever seen one. But no, episode 7, really good episode. Not too much cut with this particular one from the manga to the anime adaptation. One main key thing there being is that the teacher, when she went home, she didn't have a top on. She's kind of collapsed on the bed, and they put a shirt on her. Not a big deal. The other thing they cut was kind of odd, and that was really the kids when they were going to do the read first time. The kids ran up and smacked Ririsa on the butt. And I mean, again, not a big deal that was cut, but at the same time, that's what kids do. Kids do the whole skirt flipping up things. They're just dumb like that. They're just, juvenile in that sort. So it's fine that it's cut. But yeah, good episode overall. I think it was a really great episode that we've been kind of hinting at for a while now. Again, having the student council wanting to shut them down. Again, really cool to have sort of that, ooh, are they super evil councils kind of come shut them down. But then when he goes and talks to them, they're like, literally, I mean, yeah, just do this, this, this. Did you think we're after you? I mean, yeah, because you need a club room, right? So it's good that they're at least giving that even competition there. They're like, okay, yeah, if you do this, this, and this, you might be able to keep your club. So it is a good thing that they're allowing the club to actually compete, because in the end of the day, yes, they're going to need a club room. That other club still needs a club room. So maybe it's going to come down to whoever does a better job, whoever has better reports or whatever, can have the club room in the end. So it's not like they're out of the woods yet. But it was cool. That chick was kind of really cool about the whole situation. Again, I was kind of suspecting that she's actually into manga, that she's into cosplay or something like that, and she'll probably pop up later. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that all comes down to going in to try to find a teacher. He goes around to a lot of people. I'm calling it now the buff teacher, buff sensei. I think buff sensei probably knows Mayura's secret, because it was kind of like he was hinting towards that direction, and probably knowing that she's into manga in some way, of cosplay specifically, but that culture, that otaku culture. So he's kind of just nudging that direction. But yeah, going in there and having the teacher surrounded by a bunch of dudes and almost slipping out milky succubus. Checks him in the back room. I'm going to stab you. Tell me who told you. But no, this is where we get into, I think, something we've been hinting at for a while now. And I really, my heart breaks, and I totally understand and relate in so many ways the subject we're getting into. The idea of somebody who used to do something that they enjoy, which the part that really broke my heart was the statement of, why did I waste so much time on something that I came and talk about in public? That feeling that you wasted your time. And I think anybody with some sort of hobby that they feel like they have to leave behind, this is something that's going to tug at your heart. Is that idea that I loved this thing. I loved cosplay so much. I enjoyed it so much. I loved doing all that stuff. I did all these cos-roms, went to conventions, all that kind of stuff. People loved my cosplay. I loved she was one of the 4. She was one of the most popular. This girl had a lot of attention. People loved her work. And yes, it's what inspired Disha. She wants to be that. That's the thing that inspired me. You did such a great job. What they're pointing out there is that she does exactly what Disha did. You put that detail in there. Your poses are the character. You're exactly what I strive for. You know your character. You've proven to me that you can express your love for a character in this way. That's how much she loved her characters and the good work that she did. But again, I had to leave it behind. I can't be that anymore. Oh, he said, I can't go there because that's the even worse reason for me to help you with your club is the fact that I used to cosplay. It's dangerous. I can't do that. Did something horrible happen? Like she's saying that I can't face her because I betrayed the fandom. Did something horrible happen? No, I'm a teacher, dude. It was like one of those build-up moments like I always joke about with my brothers, this idea of like these stories where it makes this grim story and everything's so intense and you're going, somebody had to have killed somebody. No, I'm a teacher. I can't do it. Dude, if they find out, I'm fired. It's that whole thing. That's what really sucks about it. Again, she's having to leave it behind. She said, I couldn't do it forever. I went off and went to college and everything, did good in my grades to get this job because I knew that this wasn't going to finance my future. That's the problem. A lot of people that love these hobbies and they get into some sort of thing around the hobby, it doesn't pay extremely well. It's not enough to keep yourself afloat. Not only that, because I'm sure that Mayura was getting paid enough to, supply herself with a comfortable life. Being one of the top 4, she probably sold a lot of cos-rom. She was probably making some good money, but, and this is something that unfortunately for a lot of streamers, especially and content creators these days, is going to deal with that same thing. And even cosplayers, they know this. Eventually, I'm going to get too old. Again, that was what we were talking about in the last the last episode, Impressions, this idea of not thinking that your body type is right for something. Mikari didn't think that her body type was good for Lirio, and so she thought that she looked bad. And that's the same thing here. Eventually, Mayura is going to get older and older and older, and she's not going to be able to fit those characters, and her appeal is going to go down. And that's the unfortunate thing. She knows, I can't do this forever. I have to find an actual job that I can do for the next, 50 years, rather than doing cosplay that I can probably only do for another maybe 10, 20 at most. That's the sad reality there. It's not just the aspect of not being able to do that while doing a teacher job. They're both at play here. It's a sad thing. It is a really sad thing. But yeah, there's also an element here that she feels like she betrayed them. She didn't just, say, hey, guys, I can't do this anymore. I got a teaching job. It's going to be bad. No, she literally just ghosted everybody. She literally just goes. And I guess that makes sense. Eddie was kind of giving that sense of, I don't think she's coming back. It sounded like there wasn't a sense that she had said yes or no. She just disappeared. And that's the unfortunate thing there. But yeah, he literally just turns and starts blackmailing her. Man, yeah, that's right. That's really unfortunate. We're gonna have to empty out the club room. Man, what are we gonna do with all those cos-roms? Oh, now that I think about it, we have one of Mayura. She's like, you gonna blackmail? All right, I'll come and look at the club. And the moment she gets there, of course she falls in love with Lirisha. Like immediately, Liria is just adorable. She's talking about how great her cosplay is. It's one of my favorite. Your cos-rom is one of my favorite. Well, she doesn't know that it's her, which is kind of surprising. Masamune's well, never mind. I was gonna say it's really surprising that Masamune, it's like seeing her cos-rom, immediately knew it was her. And this is somebody that Lirisha has poured over her stuff of how great and posed and everything like that. And yet she doesn't recognize Mayura. Like Masamune recognizes her, but Lirisha doesn't. I'm not gonna look too much into that. I mean, there's certain aspects of it burning into a boy's eyes. I don't know. Anyways, moving on. moving on. But yeah, it was funny that Lirisha didn't recognize her, but it was still cute because she's expressing herself honestly in front of somebody that she doesn't know is her, saying how much she's great, how much she inspired me. She loves the cosplay. She's what I strive for. And then Mayura goes off to the side, starts collapsing and saying how much she loves Lirisha, puts it in a heart thing. Masamune walks by, caught. Don't act so professional. I just seen everything that happened. It was cute. It was great. But yeah, this opens up the door to, okay, but it's not set in stone. You could still be shut down. You got all this stuff to do. Let's try it. And that goes into them trying to figure out a way to keep the club open, which initially is to make a manga, which apparently the previous senpais had done. They went to competitions, everything like that. Masamune is not bad. He tries to make a manga. It's not terrible. I mean, his manga looks a lot better than I do. I mean, the thing is that Masamune in his manga, what was drawn there, the detail is not really there. The characters are, a bit wonky, but he's at least got, presence in the frames. He's got a layout of the characters really well. Their positioning, everything is really good. He's just got to get some more detail in there. Doing good. I mean, Masamune, keep going at it. I mean, honestly, anybody else out there, let's root for Masamune. I think he's got something here. You could do something good here. But no, I like that Mayuri came in there, was giving them advice. She's like, I don't have much advice, but you might want to do one of this presents right here. It was really popular back in the day. You want to make sure that you submit it. You can submit it through email. They'll have it printed by the time Comic she lays out everything. I don't have much advice, but here you go. But no, then she also brings them the reading to the children's kind of thing, which was really cool. Like I said, they go there, can't get the attention of the kids. Again, the manga has one of the kids even smack at each in the butt. But then they decide that they're going to bring them with the cosplay. The kids are just totally in love with it. And yeah, it keeps her attention. Like I said, when they were leaving, the thing that was sticking in my mind was why is Lirisha look like she's bothered by something? And like I said, them cutting to basically throwing out the report and saying, no, we're not going to submit this. My assumption there is that Lirisha was like, look, I want to do cosplay. I don't want to hide. I think that's what it's going to be. I don't want to hide that I do cosplay. So I'm really curious what they're going to bend it into. Is it going to be strictly, I want to make the entire club into a cosplay club, which I can see. I don't know. I really do feel like Lirisha herself would not want to push upon Masamune that I want to turn your entire club into what I do. But that could technically answer the hesitation there, that she doesn't want to say something because it takes something from him. But it could turn into a thing where she maybe wants to turn it into an otaku culture type of thing, and they'll do cosplay with it. But I think this is going to be a thing where she wants to make it public. Let's just make it public. Let the school know we're doing cosplay. That way we don't have to hide it anymore. And again, that will help Mayuta be able to at least be around it more and not have that fear. Not that she's going to be able to do cosplay right off the bat. Again, I think that's just an unfortunate, truthful thing about society. I don't see her school being okay, or the other teachers and the faculty being okay with Mayuta being in cosplay. That's just unfortunate truth there. But yeah, the whole scene with her talking to Eddie was just super heartbreaking. Her coming home and just being exhausted, and her just talking about how she hasn't even watched her current anime. Like, she has it all recorded. She can't even watch it. She hasn't even watched the last season. It's showing how her life has kind of just been pushing her away from the thing that she loves. She wants to watch her shows, but unfortunately life is happening. Her job as a teacher is really busy. She can't even watch the shows that she enjoys. And that technically makes sense, especially people having a family. It's like a lot of people I've talked to over the years are like, they really into anime. We're talking all the time about shows, and suddenly out of nowhere they're talking about their kids, and suddenly they just have no time to watch anime. It sucks. It sucks. Life catches up with you and it pushes away. And so it's not always just an expectation for you as a job or whatever, because people can have this stuff on the side. It's really just like life itself pushing you away from the things that you enjoy. But again, yeah, having that little nudge again from Eddie. Hey, why don't you try that new cosplay you made? It's your masterpiece. Have you tried it yet? No, I threw it out. No, you didn't. You're lying. You should come back to us. Come back and try it out again. So again, I really do feel like Ririsa, Luthiliel, their cosplay is really just going to be that last push to show Mayuta, you love this stuff. You can't leave it behind. It's gonna be brute force back into her that she has to get back into cosplay, and this is not something you have to entirely leave behind. I don't know how she's gonna have the time to do the cosplay if she can't even watch her shows. I doubt she's gonna have the time to put together cosplay. It might work out that way. Anyhow, that's my thoughts on episode 7 of 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, hit that like button down below. Comment, let me know it's the episode. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe before you leave. If you like this content, you want to support the channel more, I have links in the description below. Greatly appreciate what it does. And until next time, y'all take care.